I want to get you out the door with every result from every league in under 15 minutes, so that you're more informed about what's going on in the world of sports.
Hey TJ, what's going on? I'm Chandler and this is Tiger Beat Sports.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler Sports and this is the Sport Report.
And I'm Chandler and this is Tiger Beat Sports. Welcome to a special edition of this all crazy sports newscast.
Broadcasting from somewhere in the United States.
Hit it, Blaze.
This is the Sport Report.
Saturday, July 6th. 2019. Hey everybody, I'm Chandler with Sports and this is the Sport Report. It's time to get you caught up on what's happening in the world of sports. This is Top of the Order.
In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened.
This is Top of the Order.
Our top story comes from London, England, at the All England Club, where Wimbledon is taking place. 15-year-old American Coco Gauff is making some headlines in a very good way. She's one of the youngest players to have ever made Wimbledon, and now she's the youngest since 1991 to even get as far as the round of 32. Now she's into the round of 16 on Monday. It's called Manic Monday because all of the quarterfinal matches are determined on Monday. Those matches will be played Tuesday and Wednesday of next week for the quarterfinal round at Wimbledon. Gauff now gets to play former world number one Simona Halep, who is not going to be an easy opponent. Gauff saved 2 match points in the second set, forced a tiebreak, won the tiebreak, and then won the third set 7-5. In total, 3-6, 7-6, 7-5 for Coco Gauff, the 15-year-old, on to Manic Monday. In other sporting news, in the Cricket World Cup, Pakistan defeats Bangladesh, but they couldn't overturn the run rate, meaning the top 4 teams, even though the order is not determined, the top 4 teams are set for the semifinals. Like we said, the order is not set, therefore the matchups aren't set. Australia, India, New Zealand, and England are the 4 teams that are heading to the semifinals next Tuesday and Thursday in the United Kingdom, where the Cricket World Cup is being held. The final will be next Sunday, July 14th. Before we head to Major League Baseball, we have some NBA news to report late into the night. Paul George is heading to the LA Clippers for 5 first-round draft picks, a couple of players. Oh, and Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, that dude that won Finals MVP with the Toronto Raptors this past season. That's right, the LA Lakers are now a big-time team in the Staples Center, and they're co-renters in the Staples Center. The LA Clippers are a big-time team. We'll have full NBA team coverage on tomorrow's episode from Sport Report NBA correspondent Braden Magnus. We're waiting an entire day to ensure that we cover all the free agent deals that are happening between last night and later tonight. The reason we're waiting is because a lot of players were waiting for Kawhi Leonard to sign with a different team in order for them to sign to determine where they would sign and how much money they would get when they signed with their team. Like we said, we'll cover it on tomorrow's episode. On today's episode, though, we have one more sport to cover, and that is Major League Baseball.
Derek Jeter with one of the most unbelievable plays you will ever see by a shortstop. Ortiz in the deep right field. Back is Sheffield. We'll see you later tonight.
Someday, the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
Cubs win! Cubs win! Holy cow!
Now from Major League Baseball.
15 games on the Major League Baseball calendar. We will begin in Detroit, where the Boston Red Sox defeat the Detroit Tigers 9-6. Xander Bogaerts hit a long fly ball to left field, and it turned out to be a 3-run home run, scoring Mookie Betts and Rafael Devers. It's Bogaerts' 17th homer of the season, put the Red Sox up 4 at the time before John Hicks homered in the bottom half of the 9th for the Tigers. Eduardo Rodriguez improves to 9-4 for the Red Sox. Kansas City Royals 7, Washington Nationals 4. That one took 11 innings at Nationals Park. Royals scored 3 in the top half of the 11th to win the game. In 10 innings, Milwaukee Brewers 7, Pittsburgh Pirates 6. We have another occurrence of a win and a blown save occurring in a Major League Baseball game. It happened 2 nights ago. Well, it happened last night again. Junior Guerra improves to 3-1 for the Brew Crew, but he also suffers his 5th blown save of the season. Because the Brewers won the game in the top half of the 10th inning, he gets the victory because the game was not tied or had a lead change in the 10th. The reason for the blown save, he let in the tying run in the bottom half of the 9th. Baltimore Orioles 4, Toronto Blue Jays 1. In 11 innings, New York Yankees 8, Tampa Bay Rays 4. 2 nights ago, the Yankees won 8-4 in 10 innings by scoring 5 in the top half of the 10th. Last night, they scored 4 in the top half of the 11th to win the game. Philadelphia Phillies 7, New York Mets 2. we have a New York Mets bullpen dumpster fire. It's no longer collapse, it's a dumpster fire in New York. While this game was not a save situation, Edwin Diaz did let 5 runs in the top half of the 9th inning as the Phillies win by 5. Atlanta Braves 1, Miami Marlins nothing. The Braves walked off in the bottom half of the 9th inning when Brian McCann singled to left field to score Freddie Freeman. This game had a 2-hour, 28-minute rain delay. The game itself took 3 hours on the dot. LA Angels 5, Houston Astros 4. Justin Verlander falls to 10-4 with a 2.98 ERA for the Astros, as the Angels had 4 home runs in this ballgame. Minnesota Twins 15, Texas Rangers 6. Martin Perez improves to 8-3 for the Twins. As he pitches well against his old team, he's now 8-3 for Minnesota. Oakland Athletics 5, Seattle Mariners 2. Brett Anderson gets his 9th win of the season. He's 9-5 with a 3.86 ERA for the A's. Liam Hendricks comes in and gets his 4th save of the year. He's filling in for normal closer Blake Trinan, who is on the 10-day injured list. St. Louis Cardinals 9, San Francisco Giants 4. Dakota Hudson is now 7-4 for the Cardinals. Drew Pomeranz falls to 2-9. Arizona Diamondbacks 8, Colorado Rockies nothing. Zach Greinke is 10-3 with a 2.73 ERA for Arizona, while Antonio Sensatella falls to 7-6 for the Rockies, who only mustered 5 hits against Arizona's pitching staff. Arizona's offense scored all 8 of their runs between the 4th and 5th innings. And in the final game of the night, San Diego Padres 3, LA Dodgers 2. Kirby Yates gets his 28th save of the season. The Padres have more save wins than they do other wins, 28-15. That also adds up to 43 wins on the season. The story of this game, though, was the earthquake in Los Angeles. While the earthquake itself didn't happen in LA, it could still be felt in LA and Vegas. The Dodgers and Padres continued to play as the earthquake happened. Technically, it happened 150 miles outside of Los Angeles in a town called Ridgecrest, which had a 6.4 magnitude earthquake hit on Thursday. Yesterday, around 8:20 p.m. Pacific time, there was a 7.1 magnitude earthquake that was downgraded to 6.9 before being upgraded back to 7.1, and it stays as a 7.1 magnitude earthquake. It canceled some NBA Summer League games in Las Vegas, which is 250 miles away from Los Angeles, or 100 miles away from Ridgecrest, where the epicenter of the earthquake was. On Thursday, the earthquake hit at a depth of 11 kilometers, which is about 7 miles. Yesterday's earthquake hit at a depth of 0.9 kilometers, or 0.6 miles. It does raise some fears of the San Andreas Fault, which is 1,200 kilometers long, causing a major earthquake. A 7.0 or higher magnitude earthquake can cause major widespread damage and deaths. We hope that doesn't happen. Sadly, seismologists are expecting a huge earthquake to hit, as it is overdue. We hope that doesn't happen. In the meantime, if you are in the LA area or surrounding areas in Southern California, keep an eye on your surroundings and stay safe out there. On some happy news, the third place game between England and Sweden in the FIFA Women's World Cup takes place today at 11 a.m. Eastern on your local Fox station. The championship game between the United States and the Netherlands takes place at 11 a.m. Eastern on Sunday, which is tomorrow, on your local Fox station. That's the Sport Report for Saturday, July 6th, 2019.
For now, I'm Chandler.
Thanks for tuning into the Sport Report today. We'll be back tomorrow with the latest in sports. Do you want to contact Chandler Sports or members of the Sport Report team? Visit sportreportcws.com.
This podcast is copyrighted by the Sport Report for viewers to understand sports from a news reporting basis. Any other use of this podcast, Sport Report logos, or anything associated with this podcast without the express written consent of Channel Sports is strictly prohibited.